Pete, we don't often see you in Europe. Are you going to start coming over here a little more often?
Well, I'm here for the San Marino tournament. I'm here for the Barcelona tournament. I've been asked to come to the Weber Cup this year, which I really believe I'm going to come to. And yes, I really wish that the PBA or more PBA members came over to Europe and bowled with the Europeans, because I know they're that good. And I know that they win just as much as we do. So, I would really wish that the PBA and the European Tour would have something to coincide with each other to see, is the Europeans better than the professional bowlers, or the professional bowlers better than the Europeans? And with history, I don't know if the PBA guys are better than the Europeans, or the Europeans are better than us. I think there should be a competition to determine who is better, the Europeans or the Americans. And with the Ryder Cup thing going on, the Americans suck, don't they?
I'm not going to comment on that, Pete. But when was the last time you were in Europe?
I came to Germany the last time they had the Veerheim tournament. That's the last time I've been here. But, I've always said that I think there's more of a market in Europe than there is in Asia for as far as professional bowling and people getting to know that the Europeans are just as good, or the Asians are just as good as the American bowlers. It's yet to be determined, but we should have something that coincides with each other, that the Americans bowl the Europeans, the Americans bowl the Asians, or the Americans bowl the world. I really believe that should happen, and I really believe that there's something in there that makes the U.S. better than somebody, or Europe better than somebody, or Asia better than somebody. There's something in there that makes everybody better than somebody. So we need to have a competition like that.
Yeah, you've had like Mats Carlson on the PBA Tour, Mika Kuvanimi, so you know the talent's out there.
Oh, well, Mats in the 80s and early 90s, he won several tournaments in the 80s and 90s. Mika, what can you say about Mika? Mika is Mika. He's won all over the world, so winning in the U.S. is nothing new to him. But yet, I think that it adds more to his prestige as being a world champion. And then again, he's won the U.S. Open twice, that's a big deal in itself.
And Masters.
And Masters, yeah. He beat me by one pin at the Masters. 30-some bitch. But you know what? It's not us against the world. It's bowlers bowling against bowlers and determining who is the best at the time.
That's what it should be.
And it's not that the U.S. is better than Europe, or the U.S. is better than Asia, or Europe's better than Asia, or Asia's better than Europe. It's all about people getting together, bowling, and have a competition that everybody's friends when they end up after the tournament's over. It's everybody's friends, and saying, yes, Europe, you were the best this time, or South Africa, or what have you. It doesn't mean that the U.S. is better than anybody else. It's who gets together and who determines what's going on.
Your performance this afternoon, 1575. You've topped the score that was on the leaderboard by 200 pins. But what impressed me, Peter, was you were so relaxed. You were having fun. The last time I saw you bowl was Vernon Hills in the Windy City Classic, and you looked a much better bowler here today than you did when I saw you in the step-ladder final in Hawthorne.
Well, in Hawthorne, there was a little extra added pressure to me there, because I had to stay in the top 5 to make the TV show, and if I fell out, then I don't get to bowl TV. But today it was just more or less just going through the motions, repeating the shot, getting up on the approach, doing the same thing over and over. And that's where I believe that people don't understand the concept of bowling. I mean, when you throw darts, I mean, you do the same thing over and over and over again.
If you make a mistake,
all right,
keep making the same mistake.
Exactly. And the same thing with bowling. I mean, even in bowling today, I mean, you can be the greatest bowler in the whole world, but if you keep getting 9, you're like nobody. But until you start striking and learn how to knock the pins down and reading the ball roll down the lane and repeating your shots over and over and over again, that's what bowling's all about.
Yeah.
And bowling is it's 100% skill, walking from when you take your first step to you let the ball go on the foul line. As soon as you let the ball go, it's 100% luck, whether you strike or not. I mean, you can hit the pocket 9 out of 10 times a game. You might get 9 times a game out of 10.
Yeah.
But then again, you can get 10 out of 10. So, like I said, and Dick Weber is the recipient of that. I mean, he said bowling is 100% skill from the time you take your first step till you let the ball go. It's 100% luck when you let the ball go and it hits the pins.
Yeah. What about the pattern that's in use today? I mean, it's nothing like any of the PBA patterns that you come up against.
Well, now see, there again, actually, it's kind of like the PBA patterns because we used the Kegel machine before the Brunswick machine came over. So I kind of know what the Kegel machine's going to lay down. I know how it's going to react. Yes, I got a little bit lucky today, and all the breaks I got and strikes I threw. But you know what? You still have to throw the ball. You still have to get lucky when the ball hits pins, and you still have to throw a lot of strikes to win. So,
well, you can take a rest till Sunday now.
Well, yeah, they're going to let me take a rest till Sunday, but I'm sure I'll be back tomorrow and bowl again just to stay in time, stay in sync with the lane condition that's out. Because after the lanes go on and they keep stripping and re-oil, and the lanes get a little tighter. So I have to keep up with the lane condition that's out to make sure that my game's still on top of what I need to do.
Well, do make sure you see San Marino. Do make sure you go up and see the castle. I'm sure Adriano is going to take you up there and see that.
They're taking me out everywhere after tonight now.
2,000 years of history there.
They're taking me golfing tomorrow.